river spring.
Welcome back to the Game of Thrones RPG here on Serious Gaming. Let's see Victor.
Ah, Lord Sarwick. You want me to take you to Castlewood now?
Exactly. Let's get there as fast as we can.
I do need a better helmet, that is true. And better gloves. And boots. Plenty of things, actually. I do like this armor, though. No dragons on it, however. Either way. First, before I go see Lord Tarleton, I'm gonna explore this place, see what I can get. Is 155 worth it for 10 HP? I don't think so, in all honesty. I mean, the penalty is also lower, the deflection and energy cost is also lower, so that there's a benefit in that respect, but still. I'm gonna wait until Mors and Lannister reunite before I switch Alistair's helm. I mean, the one I have right now looks ridiculous, but then again, a lot of the helmets do look ridiculous. I don't mind the plate ones, though. Alright, let's see if there is anything around here. Alright, locked.
Excellent. So, he was able to find the favorite weapon of the first of the Baratheon. Where have you sent it?
It's in your...
Alright, some silver stags. And that's it, let's talk with Lord Tarleton. It's weird, by the way, there are...
away in King's Landing.
Yeah, there are weapon chips
Perfect,
in this game,
Alexander.
but...
You're dismissed.
Very well, my lord.
Oh, Sir Alistair. It is a joy to meet you again.
I found the documents, as you said. They are encrypted and bear the Targaryen dragon.
Let us look. Yes, these are the documents. Admirable, my friend. Your father was not lying when he said you were resourceful.
You were saying that these documents contain proof that could help me bring down Valar.
That is true. However, we must have my Meister transcribe them in order to get at their details.
How long will it take?
A few days, I think, allowing us ample time to ready for our departure. We're missing one piece to complete our plan.
Are you talking about the woman that Valar is tracking for the Queen?
Yes. My spy says that they now know where she's hiding, but I hope to find her before he does. I sent Sir Ethan and his best swords to find her. That should put an end to the schemes of the Queen and her dog.
Tell me what you know about her. How can she help us?
Jane Greystone is our enemy's main weakness, and the key to our plan. Targaryen blood runs through her veins. She's one of Eris's direct descendants.
She's the former king's daughter.
No, really. Alright. Well, Mors.
Stay behind me.
Watch out!
Get in the house! Now!
Mors, come! That should hold them back for a while.
Now that we're alone, why don't you just tell us who you are?
Calm down. My name is Endro.
Go on.
I am in the service of House Halton. On orders of my lord, I infiltrated Valar's men so I could find you.
Valar. So he succeeded in following us this far.
Unfortunately, yes. And it's you they're after, young lady.
We already knew that. But I would like to know why he's so interested in her.
I'm sorry, but I do not know the exact reasons. Valar never shares his motives with the Bloodseekers. He is content just to give them orders.
Bloodseekers? Ha! Is that what he calls his men? I remember that that's what the imposter Jorn shouted when he got them to attack us.
Indeed. Jon was one of Valar's best lieutenants. It was he that our army was chasing when we were traveling north.
You haven't told us how you succeeded in finding us after that.
Indeed. I covered our tracks and I killed Jorn with my own hands.
We came across his camp, which had been destroyed. We found a survivor there who told us of you. But even knowing which direction to travel in, it wasn't easy tracking you down. Listen, I don't care what you think you already know about Valar. He has become a powerful man. Luckily for us, I was able to warn Lord Halton of his plans in time. My lord sent men to our rescue.
And how many are you exactly?
Too few. Did you hear that outside? While we were speaking, Valar's advance guard surrounded the house. But they didn't realize that my own men had secretly surrounded them. As we speak, Valar's men are being attacked from every angle. Now, if you wish to live, you must fight alongside us to help my men drive them back. If Valar's main forces arrive before we can escape, we won't have a chance.
And how would we accomplish that?
Well, if all goes well, we will have enough time to escape by the river. It's the only route quick enough, if we're to escape.
How many were there in the advance guard when you arrived?
3 or 4 dozen at least, commanded by Dazil, one of Valar's best lieutenants. In sum, there are a lot more of them than us, but you must admit that there is a certain charm to the idea. The 7 are giving us a fight worthy of song.
Only the living can sing, Andrew. So let's try and keep ourselves alive. Jane, we're going outside. Barricade the doors as best you can behind us.
I'll make sure of it. Please, be careful.
All right.
Andrew, you will pay for this. You wretched traitor.
Not bad.
They're banging down the west door. I will try to hold them back, but hurry.
Okay. Oh, damn it. They're pretty damaged. Okay. Okay. No, hold on. I need an AoE. Let me send that dog over there.
trying to come in from round the back. They're on the riverbank.
Alright. Keep going then. Oh, damn it.
Moors! They're breaking down the door!
Okay.
They're just outside! They're trying to break through the main door!
I knew you were nothing more than scum. I'm gonna slaughter the whole lot of you.
Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. Come on. It's done. And Valar's lieutenant is dead. Well, that's a victory at the very least. Clumsy one, but a victory. And a level up. Too.
Ready yourselves. Gather all our dead.
Okay, let's pick up all there is. Okay, let's see over here. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. I'll wear that. Veil of Aaron. Well. Oh, still some treasure. Hold on. Maybe I can use those. Yes, I can. And they are better than what I had. Some extra coin. How much do I have on him? 3. Yeah, well, with everything that I'm gonna sell, it should get quite a nice, tidy sum. Hold on. before we leave, it would make sense to check this place out, wouldn't it? No. Nothing. No, no, no. I mean, it's just worth doing it at least once, just to see if there is anything of value around here. I don't know for certain. Could be, likely not, by the looks of it. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, so it's interactable, but... I can't... There we go. Not bad. Can be useful.
Ethan, my friend, you're here just at the right time.
Gods be good, Andrew. I'm a knight now. Try to remember that in the presence of strangers.
My apologies, sir. This is Mors. He is with the young girl, Jane.
That's Sir Westford to you.
So you were a knight, Sir Westford. That explains a lot. I've never seen a member of the Night's Watch fight like you before.
Indeed. My men told me you were the warrior himself returned. But please forgive us, sir. I failed in one of my duties. I am Sir Ethan of the Reach, captain of Lord Harden's guard. I assume Andrew has told you how grave the situation is. As we speak, Valar is directing the larger part of his army towards us.
Jane, what are you doing here? You should have stayed away.
My belly. Mors. I think something's wrong with the baby.
Black blood. This just gets worse and worse.
We cannot linger here, Sir Westford. We must leave as soon as possible.
Wait! Where do you think you're going?
To my master's stronghold, Castlewood. It is but half a day from here. If we leave now, we could be there by tomorrow afternoon. I'll wager that Maester Martin will be able to help your friend.
A maester? Did you hear that, Mors?
Yes, but please, we must leave within the hour. If we do not, none of us will leave here alive.
We'll take care of you, my girl. You need treatment. Lead us. How do you feel now?
I'm better.
Are you sure you're hiding nothing from me?
No, don't worry. It's just that when the soldiers started breaking down the doors, I feared for my child's life. I was stuck there and the pain was worsening. I thought it had something to do with the baby. I tried to remain calm. But when everything started to calm down, I had to come to you as quickly as I could. But now that things are quiet, I am a little better. I assure you.
Glad to hear it.
Mors, there are some things about me you should know, but I don't know where to begin.
So, let me ask you then.
Very well.
Jane, with that silver head of hair, you are a Targaryen, are you not?
Yes. My father was Aerys II, the Mad.
You're the former king's daughter. That explains a lot. It may also make our lives harder in the future.
I'm used to that. I have always led a difficult life, Mors.
I can well imagine. I remember the day I left for the wall. Robert Baratheon launched a great purge on all those with the blood of the dragon.
Despite everything, I have never blamed Robert. The Targaryens and Aerys the Mad were particularly vile and cruel people. When my mother served at the court, that madman raped and maimed her. So yes, I spent all of my childhood running and hiding with my mother. At the start of it all, I thought we were playing a game. That is, until my mother revealed the truth of my origins to me. Since then, I've wanted nothing to do with these people. My child will not have that bloodline's cursed head of hair, but with a mother as my witness, the raven black hair of his father instead.
Raven black? Are you saying that King Robert is the father of your child?
I'm quite sure of it, yes. This has to be why John Arryn offered me his help and protection. It's also the reason I traveled north. I was supposed to be safe there.
And the king? Does he know you're with child?
I very much doubt it. He doesn't seem at all interested in such matters.
You should have told me of all this before we left.
I'm sorry, Mors. If I had known who you truly were, I would have confessed this a long time ago.
Well, I understand better now why you wished to conceal your identity when we found you.
Yes, it has become a habit of mine whilst traveling. I have to wear a hood to hide my hair, as it attracts too much attention.
You should know that I also have a few secrets that could make me an outcast.
Are you speaking of the fact that you disobeyed your liege lord?
No. At the wall, we leave our past behind. Only the Lord Commander has heard of mine. It's just that there is an animal side to me, which makes people distrust me. And yet they know so little of it.
It is true that some common courtesy would befit you.
I won't argue that.
Ah, our valiant black brother. Tell me, Sir Westford, from the impressive way you fight, it would seem you are no stranger to war.
I would rather not talk of such matters.
Shame. I would like to learn more about you.
I don't like those with two faces. But as you fought by my side, I'll make an exception.
You have nothing to fear from us, sir. We are allies.
Allies? That remains to be seen. I know nothing of your lord, nor of your motives.
Your distrust saddens me. Let us prove to you that we are worthy of your trust. Once we've healed your friend, I believe you'll no longer doubt us.
We'll see.
Is there anything else, sir?
I would like to know more of Valar. How did he rise so high? Why does he command so many men? Tell me everything you know.
I am unaware of all the details. I have rarely succeeded in getting close to him. All I can tell you is that he has won himself a fearsome reputation, and that this brought him to the attention of the Queen. After receiving news of Yon not long ago, he decided to travel north himself. I was able to speak with some of his men as we traveled, and I heard various rumors about him. They seemed to fear him. Some even claim that there is something unnatural about his success.
Horseshit. I know how fearful soldiers can get about their superiors. It's nothing but idle gossip.
I can only hope that you are right.
I knew Valar during Robert's rebellion. He was a devious bully who would step on others just to get noticed. I can well imagine that he's still the same, even now.
I don't know, sir. I can only advise you not to underestimate him. Now, if you don't mind, I will try and rest a little.
There you are, Sir Westford. Tell me, I've been wondering. Endrew told us you were a man of the Night's Watch. If you are indeed a sworn brother, how is it we find you in the middle of the Riverlands in the company of a young woman?
I am a recruiter for the Night's Watch, and it is my mission to protect this young woman. Here is the official document that proves it.
I see. I've already heard talk of you, Sir Westford. You distinguished yourself in battle many times during Robert's rebellion. In fact, I saw for myself a little while ago. I don't really know your story, but I don't believe the Wall is a place for a warrior such as yourself.
In truth, I prefer the shadow of the Wall to the intrigues of the South.
Wise words. Games of power do not interest me either. I'm content simply to serve my lord with honor. And your friend, how is she?
She is feeling better. Why does it interest you?
My lord told me to take particular care of her.
I see. And why would that be?
Sorry, but I don't know. You will be able to ask my lord questions at your leisure, as soon as you see him.
Believe me, I intend to.
Good. I still have to organize the watch for the end of this stop. You should try to get some rest too. What more can I do for you, sir?
I would like to ask you something.
What about?
We receive little news of the Wall. What can you tell me of the current situation in the realm?
Unfortunately, there is little news. As you know, the former king's hand died a sudden death. Some time ago now, the king went north to find Lord Eddard Stark and make him the new hand of the king.
A wise choice. Lord Stark is an honorable man and a good warrior. I'm sure he chose well.
Be that as it may, the great houses of Westeros are all in a state of agitation. They all hope that the cards will be dealt in their favor.
And how has the king reacted?
He always seems to have his mind elsewhere. I heard he's organizing a tournament, but that's all I know. These matters hold little interest for me.
Thank you.
Mors, we have not yet spoken of what we found behind the house.
I cannot understand what happened. They were supposed to be safe. Few people know this place exists. It should never have happened.
Mors, I am truly sorry.
It is strange. Someone went to the trouble of burying them. And from the weather-worn state of the tombstones, I'd say it happened some time ago.
What should we do?
I will find those who did this, and they will pay for what they've done. I swear it.
I understand.
You seem anxious again.
I am. Everyone here seems to have their eyes fixed on me. I do not know what to make of it.
If they were enemies of ours, they would already have killed us. Without their help, I don't believe we would have escaped Valar's soldiers.
Yet I don't trust them.
Nor me.
I fear for the baby. I don't know what might happen if I don't see a maester soon.
You will be able to see their Meister. But let's keep our visit as short as possible, and I'll think of where to go next. While you rest some more.
Thank you, Mors. Thank you for everything.
Go and get a little rest. The end of this journey will be rough.
You're right. You should rest too, if you can.
Castlewood. Okay. So they got them out of that situation. It's certainly an interesting house, though not necessarily a very powerful one. All right,
this fortress was built on Blackwater Rush, making the river a natural part of the wall's defences. Lord Halton should be waiting for us inside.
An honor to meet you. Welcome to Castlewood's Forge. If something should... Greetings! You must be the black brother of whom Endrew spoke. It's rare to meet one of your folk in these parts. 'Tis a pity, though. One of my nephews had to take the black recently. He was a good lad. Never heard anything of him since. I hope you treat him well.
Perhaps I know him. What do they call him?
I don't know if you know of him. He left not that long ago. Poddy is his name, poor boy. What a sorry business, just for petty theft.
Ah yes, young Poddy. Unfortunately, he died in the shadow of the wall.
What? Poddy is dead? But why didn't anyone tell us?
At the wall, we have but one family. Our sworn brothers.
But what shall I tell his parents now? Dark wings, dark words. I thought that only applied to actual crows, not to you men of the Night's Watch. Please, say no more. Spare me from worse news. I would rather you speak with Joshua.
All right. So, quite a lot of things to sell over here. A substantial amount. And I could sell those. I think I'll actually keep the parade sword. That's for Alistair. Damn, bro. Talk about the fucking... Holy shit, I have so much. Damn it, all. Okay. I'll keep one. All right. Yeah. I mean, I could. I certainly could buy them, but I just don't see the point in wasting my gold on this when the improvements are just so small. Like, take this helmet, 13 HP as an example. Or, I mean, the boots would actually be worth it, to be honest. The gloves, less so. But I would rather keep my gold for stuff that's actually more useful. Hold on. Yeah, I'll sell these. Superior bodkin. Okay. Energy recovery. I mean, it seems a bit pointless to have, so... Hold on. How does this helmet look? Yeah. Let me buy... Yep. Okay, I have a lot of gold over there. Character page, okay. You may select a new stance.
Mors, are you coming?
Yes, I am. I just needed to sort some damn things. Hold on. First... Alright, so the game will not let me... Yeah. Weird helmet design for these guys, by the way. I mean, I've seen it before in other situations, but is that actually a helmet anyone would use? Just seems so... like, impossible to see for it, honestly.
Ah, at last, my guests of honor. I am Arwood Halton, Lord of Castlewood. You are most welcome here.
Lord Halton, thank you for the precious help you have given us.
Do not mention it, my lady. My men have told me of your condition. I inform my Meister of your arrival. He is ready to see you immediately.
Very well.
Let us go and see the Meister.
Mors, don't worry about me. I can manage it alone from here.
Very well. As you wish.
Marianne, you shall accompany our guest. After that, you will go and ensure that our other guest has everything he needs.
It shall be done. Please follow me, my lady.
You care considerably for this young girl.
It's true. but I have good reasons that I'd prefer to keep to myself.
I see. I was led to believe you were in the Night's Watch.
That's right.
It is a rare sight to see a black brother so far from the wall.
The Lord Commander made me a recruiter. As such, I go where I see fit.
Yes, I heard of your appointment. I know of you, Sir Westford.
Oh, really?
Please, do not take offense. I can assure you that you have nothing to fear from me, sir. Your name is well known to me. Of all the brave knights of Robert's Rebellion who live on in memory, you are undoubtedly one of my favorites. One of 2 heroes of the Battle of Stag's Mount. At the time, some said that on a battlefield, you were worth 10 men.
Time often twists the truth. A stream becomes a flooded river. A cottage becomes a castle.
It's true. But tales of you are not that far from the truth, according to my men.
I don't see where you are going with this.
Well, please excuse this crude question. But how could someone of your stature end up at the wall?
During the sack of King's Landing, I received a direct order from my liege lord, asking me to murder a woman and her children. I did what I thought just, and in doing so, disobeyed him. But alas, it wasn't enough to save them.
Ah, I understand now. Allow me to tell you what I think of this tragic event. I hope you will take my curiosity as a mark of respect.
I will be the judge of that.
Very well. If I remember rightly, House Westford were bannermen to the Lannisters. Your liege lord must be none other than the ruthless Tywin Lannister. Reliable sources tell me that you were sent to the wall a little before Robert Baratheon became king, for reasons that escaped me at the time. But I think I understand now. I'll wager that Tywin entrusted you with the most disgraceful of missions that day. That of murdering Alia Martell, Prince Rhaegar Targaryen's wife and her children. Perhaps you refused through loyalty to your old king, Aerys Targaryen. Tell me.
No. I was not fond of the Mad King. But even so, I could never murder a woman and her children, whatever my oath.
I was not far from the truth. Anyway, I was right about one thing. You are a worthy man, Sir Westford. If you accept, we'll discuss this further over the dinner I have prepared in honor of your arrival. Please, find your lady friend and join us for dinner.
Alright, I'm gonna explore this place to a certain extent.
Still, the death of the old king's
Aye, eh? The man's in fine form, and then boom! He has rot of the gut for a couple of days, then he's dead.
I bet it was Robert making me too much.
Alright. Well, who knows?
I've heard that at King's Landing they spend most of their time feasting away.
Let's hope.
Who the hell knows what really went down? I mean, well, beyond the fact that Littlefinger had Lisa Arryn poison him. Alright, she is right there. But that can wait a bit. I'm just exploring some more. Nice castle. Pretty big, all things considered. This stairwell is ridiculous though, too damn large. I mean, do you think any castle would have a stairwell this big? I mean, a gigantic one, sure, maybe the size of Winterfell. But not like this. Alright. So that's locked. So be it. I mean, I get it. They reused assets from the Red Keep over here, because that's basically what they did, though. Like when you look at this. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's anything of use I can take.
All that pyre business gives me the shivers, that does.
He kept saying that the night is dark. Because they're afraid of the dark.
I'm happy you're here, Mors.
What happened?
The Maester confirmed that nothing serious will happen as long as I take some rest.
Good. This Lord Harton, he seems friendly enough, but he appears to know a lot about us. Too much for my liking. Do you think you will be able to leave this place anytime soon?
I think it better that I stay here a little while longer. You must excuse me, Mors. I know you are worried, but I'm in no condition to travel right now. Not in this state.
It's not a problem. Let's try to make the most of it and get your strength back. Well, we are expected at dinner. Do you feel you can make it?
Yes.
Very well. Let's go.
I'll follow you.
I am counting on you to help your friend get some rest. It is best not to take any needless risks. I have seen enough young women lose a child to know that we can be sure of nothing until the child is born.
I understand. I will take care.
Thank you for your care, Maester Martin. Maester? What is that instrument you wear on your face?
They are Myrish lenses, my dear. They help correct my eyesight. The lens crafters of Myre are without equal in the world, from what I understand.
Impressive. Have you ever been there?
No, my child. Westeros is big enough for me. You would need more than an entire lifetime to discover all its riches.
Earlier, I thought I saw a drawing of an egg in one of your books. A huge egg, like a dragon's egg. Did they ever really exist, Maester?
Oh, they existed, my girl. But they disappeared over 150 years ago.
Do you believe they could return one day?
I very much doubt it. Unfortunately, we do not live in a fantasy story.
You must know so much, being a Maester. Do you think the Seven exist? And if they exist, do you think they truly watch over us?
Everyone has to find their own answers to these questions, my child. For my part, I have never really been satisfied with the answers given to us by Septons. If the gods exist and love us, why would they allow people to rape, torture, and kill their families and friends? Why do we suffer? Why do we hunger and thirst? You understand that I myself can't give you the true answer. Everyone believes what they want to believe. Be sure to look after yourself, young lady. I'm serious. Women with child.
Well, young lady, how did this happen? Are you any better?
Yes, Maester Martin made me drink a brew and the pains have disappeared. I must thank you. He told me that if I should rest, and avoid any unnecessary effort, then everything should be well.
Magnificent. I'm so relieved. You may stay here as long as you please, and relax at your leisure.
I thank you.
Oh, do not mention it. It is a real honor to receive you at Castlewood. Please, I beg of you, come sit with me at my table. Well now, you must be famished after all these misfortunes. Please, serve yourself.
Thank you for this dinner, Lord Halton.
Jane, my dear, there is something I must tell you. A very long time ago, I had the great honor of meeting with your father.
What? You know my father?
Your magnificent silver hair does not allow you to hide your origins, my lady. It compels us to admire that you are a direct and noble descendant of Valeria.
Tell me, could anything be more esteemed than massacring, raping, and burning people? Well, that's exactly what my father did to my mother, as well as so many others.
Could we save this conversation for later?
Mors, is everything all right?
Yes. I just need to rest.
It is true that King Aerys had his demons, and it pains me to hear your tale, my lady. But, although I understand your resentment, the Targaryen dynasty reigned for 300 years. 300 years of peace and prosperity.
There were some conflicts around that time, no? If I remember rightly.
Events that were but a faint blemish in the golden age of House Targaryen. Jane, your father was unfortunately one of the last of the bloodline. Due to Robert's rebellion, it has all but disappeared. And what are we left with? A realm and people on its knees. Westeros does not deserve such a fate. The legitimate kings need to take back their throne.
And you think Jane is the heir you need?
You are aware that I am just one of Aerys's bastards, aren't you? I go by the name of Greystone, not Targaryen.
Do not worry yourself with such small matters, my dear. Your family is still revered by the people, and they would welcome back the return of the dragon with open arms. For common folk, the color of your hair is all it takes. All they really need is a symbol.
A symbol? Of a mad and massacred bloodline? A tribute to the Game of Thrones? I've been trying to lead a peaceful life for such a long time. And now you ask me to run headlong into a nest of snakes?
It is our duty to reinstate the natural order, Lady Jane, and to rid the throne of the usurper.
We are not here to discuss politics, Lord Halton.
Take your fate into your own hands, Jane. If you join us, you'll live the life you've always dreamed of.
My child is not even born, and he is already a victim of your political games. You think that's the life I dream of?
You misunderstand. He will always be safe by our sides. We will give him the Iron Throne.
I would have nothing to do with the damned throne. I just want to forget all this and live my life in peace, far from politics of the realm.
And what of him? With or without our protection, your child will still be an heir to the throne. You realize that? His enemies will involve him in all this sooner or later. Is that what you wish for his future?
Have I not made it clear? I do not care one bit for matters of the crown, and I shall never enter into any of your schemes.
I see. So there is no way to make you see reason. Believe me, that upsets me. I have just one more question for you. Do you remember that hunt, where you met the usurper? Do you believe that was coincidence?
What are you suggesting?
The arrangement of that fell to us. The king was responding to an invitation from a friend. Not that long before, I had discovered your esteemed ancestry and realized that it was my duty to help you gain the throne. I made the necessary arrangements so you could quietly have your love affair with the usurper. It's thanks to this that your child has both the blood of the dragon and the stag.
Robert would never allow himself to be manipulated. He conquered the 7 kingdoms.
Unless he had enough to drink, that is. Which has a certain irony, when you think about it, since it is quite similar to what happened this evening with your friend.
Bastard. You will feel my blade.
Guards! Seize her!
Well, I held out for quite a bit.
That's good, Guts. I think he's ready now. Let me question him. Right, listen well. If you tell us what we want to know, we won't hurt you. However, if you anger me in any way, Guts will fetch his favorite tools. The last time he worked someone over, the poor lad was left a cripple and could drink through several holes. Well, for about 2 months he could. Until we killed him. And believe me, you don't want that happening to you. We'll start with an easy one. Who are you?
Mors Westford, sworn brother of the Night's Watch.
Ah, you're a clever one. That makes life easier. Next question. Who's the girl you're with?
Jane. Jane Greystone. Descendant of Aerys Targaryen II.
Oh, let's continue like this, my friend. You're sparing yourself needless suffering. What is your true mission?
What's the point? Really? They already know most of this anyway.
Someone in power tried to attack Jane while she was hiding in the north, and made the mistake of sending their men up against the Night's Watch. I'm the man charged with making him pay for that mistake.
And the Lord Commander's letter that states you're a recruiter, what is it?
It allows me to go about matters in my own way.
Interesting. I think you speak the truth. And because you've not tried to be clever, we will leave you to rest. We still have a lot of questions to ask you. I'll be back tomorrow to continue our little discussion.
The pain is too much. It's impossible for me to get into the dog's mind.
Anyway, they seem determined to make you talk. As long as you have interesting things to tell them, they should keep you alive.
I have to hold on. I have to stay alive. For Jane.
I'd say he was awake. But he doesn't look good. Sleep well. I hope we're going to get on as well as we did yesterday. But I have some doubts as to your sincerity. We found John Arryn's letter among your belongings. We know he sent you. The question is, why? Did he know of our brotherhood?
Arryn did not tell me anything of it. He simply asked me to protect the girl.
So why are you traveling with her?
As I said to you yesterday, someone powerful tried to get to her without considering the consequences for the sworn brothers. If she had stayed there, The Night's Watch may have attracted further attacks. It was best that she came with me.
Very well. I believe you. But I am a little disappointed. Andrew assured us that you were a tough one to crack. It would seem he was mistaken. If you continue like that, Lord Alton will see that your help does not go unrewarded. Of that you can be sure. I shall go and tell him what you've told me. In the meantime, get some rest.
They keep trying, eh? You did well by giving them what they wanted.
I have to find a way to free myself.
You've no chance of escaping on your own. But if I could get out of here first, then I could untie you. I'll have to free myself while their attention is on you. It's our only chance.
I have one last card to play. My dog.
Come, Guts. Let's go back. You know what, Crow? Lord Alton wants to question you himself. If I were you, I'd be careful what I say from now on.
Thank you, Harris. This is between him and me now. What an unfortunate situation this is, my dear Mors Westford. It would seem that you have been very cooperative. That's good. Continue like that, and your life may be spared. Let's start at the beginning. How do you know Jon Arryn?
We met at the beginning of Robert's rebellion, when Tywin Lannister sent me to reinforce the troops. We went through the war together, and we became friends. He was a great man.
Yes. I think we'll stop there. Apparently, what you told my men yesterday about your mission turned out to be true. I have every reason to believe Jon Arryn knew nothing of our Brotherhood's plans. As you have been very helpful to me, I shall be generous. You will die here, but you will not be made to suffer.
What? But I told you everything I know. You said you would spare my life.
I lied. Come now. You must understand. Letting you go would be far too dangerous for our Brotherhood.
You son of a whore.
Come. It's the Game of Thrones, my friend. And we all know that this game has its winners and losers. Get rid of him for me.
With Guts here, we've seen some tough ones who never give us anything. Let me tell you that you're not one of them. Just a piece of advice. Don't move. At least try to die with the dignity you lacked in life.
Okay, so you do need to oppose them. Fucking hell, this is a stupid situation. You need basically to delay them for as long as possible when it comes to this. But there is a price in all of that. There's always a price. There is no perfect ending to this.
The pain is too much. It's impossible for me to get into the dog's mind.
Anyway, they seem determined to make you talk. As long as you have interesting things to tell them, they should keep you alive.
I have to hold on. I have to stay alive. For Jane.
But we found... The question is, why? Did he know of our Brotherhood?
What do you mean? If you want good answers, give me good questions.
Don't play the fool with me, my son. Did the King's Hand know what Lord Alden and the other leaders of the Brotherhood were planning?
Perhaps. What difference would it make to you if that were the case? And more importantly, how would it change things for me if I told you?
For us, nothing much. For you, on the other hand, that could spare you quite a lot of unpleasantness.
We already know that Jon Arryn turned to others to protect the girl. We know that their leader was called the Mother Hen.
Go on, stop trying to summon the will to stay defiant. What's holding you back? Are you afraid of betraying your friends? You should relax a little, you know. Both are dead. Telling us what you know will not earn you their wrath. I will ask you one last time. What did John Arryn know about our brotherhood?
He knew that you were planning something. He knew that you wanted the girl. The only thing he failed to do was catch you in the act. That's the reason they sent me. I'm the bait.
And who are they?
Did you really believe that Arryn was the only one interested in you? He may be dead, but others continue his mission.
I must go and speak with Lord Alton. Guts, take care of him. He needs to be punished for not telling us this sooner.
Am I free to do as I please?
Just make sure he has a very bad night, so he has a change of heart. But don't ruin him too much, understood?
Oh. Ah. Ah.
Come, we'll stop there. I'm starving. We'll continue tomorrow.
They keep trying, eh? I hope for your sake they tire of questioning you.
I have to find a way to free myself.
You've no chance of escaping on your own. But if I could get out of here first, then I could untie you. I'll have to free myself while their attention is on you. It's our only chance.
I have one last card to play. My dog.
Come, Guts. Let's go back. You know what, Crow? Lord Alton wants to question you himself. If I were you, I'd be careful what I say from now on.
Thank you, Harris. This is between him and me now. What an unfortunate situation. My men think that you are in the service of John Arryn. And according to them, you are now working on behalf of others who want to bring down our brotherhood. Let's start at the beginning. How do you know John Arryn?
Everyone knew him, half-wit. He was the king's hand. You're not that clever, are you? I hope that you've at least got more down your breeches than those virgins who've been attending to me for the past 2 days.
Harris, Guts, show our guests the price of his disrespect.
Just remember this. You deserve every single second of what's coming to you. Guts here is quite the master at sculpting flesh. You'll see, you'll make a real work of art from you. Go on, Guts. Show us your talents.
So, my dear Westford, how are you enjoying our hospitality?
Well, your pets need some more training, but on the whole, it will do.
And still this insolence. Unfortunately, I cannot stay and play the fool with you for much longer. The sun will soon be rising, and more important matters require my attention. I will return before nightfall.
What about him? What do we do with him?
You shall have time to play with this rat later. Right now, I need you elsewhere. And when you see him again, give him death, and make sure he dies screaming. I want his head on my table by the time I return.
Tell me, that dog next door.
All right, so I've yeah. Yeah, I managed to get away mostly unscathed through the interrogation. That was the goal at the end of the day. Reminds me of the Fallout 3 interrogation, where if you tell the guy what you know, he's gonna kill him. Come on. Don't fight it. It will be over soon. There we go. Hold on. Fucking hell. Alright, there is no way I'm getting past those two. All right. How do I get this open? Shit. Where can I go? Ah, there we go. Maybe there is a... Okay. Okay. Fuck.
What's going on here? What the hell? You.
Alright, open the door.
Come on, Guts. You heard the orders. Get the brand burning. Let's have a little fun.
Very well.
I'll make it so this wretch's own mother don't recognize him. Pass me the brand. All right, Crow. Let's see if you could keep looking down on us with only one eye.
That was brutal.
Good day, Lord Sarwick. Are you well rested?
Hello, Shori. I hadn't noticed it was so late. Do you have news of Lord Halton? The girl we were waiting for should have arrived 4 days ago. And as it happens, for 4 days now I haven't been able to speak with him.
Lord Halton left before dawn to take care of a matter. He's not due to return before the day's end.
Very well. I'm eager for his return. I really need to speak with him.
I understand. If you wish, you could pass the time with the other men in the courtyard. I saw Sir Ethan practicing there earlier.
I will consider it. Thank you.
One other matter, Lord Sarwick. Lady Marianne wants you to have this book. She was very clear that you should read it.
Very well. I will take a look at it. And by the way, it's Sir Sarwick. I know your lord is anxious to make me Lord of Riverspring, but that has not happened yet.
Very well, sir. Forgive me. I will try to remember that.
No need to apologize, Shuri.
Alright, that's locked. Okay. Oh, so there's multiple levels. We should probably talk with Ethan. No, hold on. I'm not dealing with that just yet. Not just yet. Hold on. Alright, this leads outside.
Oh, Sir Alistair, I was just thinking of you. You see, Maester Martin has graced his sweeping history of the Seven Kingdoms with several new pages.
What lies! I wrote an entire chapter this week.
I stand corrected. I have not been fair to your tireless quill. Please forgive me. So when can we hope to see your completed masterpiece?
I already told you. Next year.
He says that every year.
I was unaware that you were embarking on such a lofty work, Maester Martin.
I decided that a record should be made of what little knowledge I possess.
But he is too modest. This is already his 6th book, and he is far from finishing his work.
From what point of view are you telling this history?
My writings are different from what you may be used to reading. I try not to adopt any particular point of view or serve the interests of any particular house. Instead, I try to recreate the truth as best I can.
Well, that is certainly a unique approach.
Okay, Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe.